Well, hello, hello. Happy Friday. It is Grace here at the Comfy Nest with Grace, and I'm going to be working in these books that are tab binding books. I have not pulled out this bin in quite a long time. And when I was thinking about what I wanted to do today, I just felt like I wanted to do something a little different than I've done in a long while. So that's what we're doing. I will show you the books, we'll talk about them, and let's just chat and connect. There's Miss Mary. Good morning, Mary. Hello, and thanks for joining me. How are you, friend? I am so tired, you guys. I was up at 3, could not fall asleep, so I got up at 4 and made coffee. And I've just been buzzing around like a busy little bee. I pretty much pruned and propagated every houseplant that I had. I did my morning devotion, and then I started working with my houseplants, and I propagated them, and I split some, and I repotted some. Wow, I spent about 4 hours doing that, and then got myself ready for this and came in here to figure out what we're doing. So that has been my morning. What have you been up to? Tell me, Miss Mary, or anybody who joins us, whether you're here live or on the replay. I'm glad that you're here. All right, let's take a look at these tab binding books. I have 3 of them here. You guys, I love these books. I know for sure that we have made these in the Craft Therapy Club. And I'm just going to explain to you what it is. So what you do is you take a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what size, but I think I basically did, if I measure it, I did 3.5 by 4.5 pieces of decorative paper. Some of it's solid and some of it's not. You can see that one has actually a pattern to it. So decorative scrapbook paper or solid, and you're going to mix the two, right? So that's decorative scrapbook paper. Everything else in here looks solid. Well, almost everything. Oh, there's a decorative one. So they're all the same exact size. So you get all these cuts of paper, and then you use tabs of fabric, tabs of paper. I used washi tape in this instance, and you tape together all of the pages in a pattern so that you'll see it's 2, and then it'll be 3, and then it'll be 2, then it'll be 3. You tape them all together, and that's what creates the book. That's what holds all of these pieces of paper together. And what I love about this is it gives you a nice square binding that will lay flat no matter where you are in the book. It lays really nicely flat. You know, it's just easy to work on. You don't have big clumps because every single 2-page spread is butt up against each other like this instead of sitting on top of each other and being so, like normally if they're sitting on top of each other, then you poke holes through here and you're sewing them together. This way they are all taped together. That is called a tab binding. So this is a nice thick one. Here's one that's a little bit smaller. This one I covered the binding. This one I left it open so you can see kind of how those come together with all the little pieces of tape. This one I've already decorated. So I went through and I collaged on all of the pages to somehow make them decorative, as opposed to this one where I've not done anything to it. So this is the one we're going to work on today. We're going to be doing some collaging and decorating these pages. I just love these books, and I love this size, this tiny little handheld size. I just think is awesome, obviously, because I've done several of them, as you can see. So what I did was I grabbed some focal points. I got some pretty die cuts here. This one is the one that fell out of this spot right here. So pretty die cuts. I've got some purchased little graphics that come in packs. I've got some stickers. I got all kinds of stuff sitting here. I've got some scraps of fabric, and we're just going to start putting stuff together. I've got lots of washi stickers, lots and lots and lots of, oh, these are cute little mushrooms, right? So you can decorate these. Oh, that actually is quite pretty. with that color, but you can decorate them however you want. So that's what we're going to work on today. Hey, Janet. Hello, hello. You've had a nice rain this morning. That's good for all your flowers and your plants. Right, Mary? I thought of you this morning because I was like, oh, I'm going to do some work with my houseplants, and I am not a green thumb, but I watched a whole heck of a lot of YouTube videos this morning on the variety of plants that I have and the best ways to take care of them. So I feel like I got some good stuff done. All right, I'm just grabbing papers now. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. And if I did something like this. I like the fabric texture of this rice paper. If I combine those two and then put the focal point on, and then can I find some sort of phrase, either a sticker or like on this one, I used this raised up metal that says history. I don't think I pulled out any words. Let's just see real quick. I think these are all regular stickers. I'm going to grab, I did pull out these because I think these are super cool, like Guide to Botany. Like that could be cool on there. Naturalist's Pocket. I like the Wholesale Flower Market. Bees and Birds. There are some cute ones on here. And I have it printed grayscale, and then this one is kind of sepia, so it's got some browns in it. I'm going to try to cut some of this out and see what I get. What are you guys all up to? Thanks for joining me this morning. Let's see. Oh, there's my birthday. There's my hometown. That's so funny. Very, very interesting. All right, let's take this little smattering of words and see what we can do with them. Okay, let's see. I think that's too long to go that way, but I could absolutely put this one this way. I'm not loving this scissor for this because I feel like it's just too small. I'll grab a regular scissor. My husband's been gone since my family left, so I went from having a house full of people to my, it's quiet. Lannon's been sick, working, but he has some kind of like, I don't know, he's just not feeling good. Allergy issue, I don't know, maybe a slight cold, not sure. So he's trying to still work. And Gannon's been here with me hanging out a little bit. He's been wanting to spend more time with his sweet girlfriend. It just is the way it is. So Mama ends up being all alone. I'll make this one a little smaller. Yeah, like that. Yep, I'm going to put this here. And then a floral. It doesn't have to be this one. Let's see what other florals, because I might have one that fits better, because that one feels real small now to me. What does this one do? I think that's very pretty. All right, let's do it. Let's just start layering. Sometimes I need a dang tweezer just to pick things up because I have such little I don't have any nails, so it just makes it hard to pick things up. All right, let's get this stuff glued down. What glue do I want to use? That is rice paper, so I don't want to use something too liquid. You overslept and you're still in bed? Good for you, Janet. Oh, that thing is on there tight. I cannot get it off. This one is just about spent. So I won't even worry about it. Let's get a new one. There we go. Well, good for you sleeping in. Sleeping in can be such a gift, right? That's the way I look at it. Sometimes you just need to. I couldn't sleep at all this morning, so I definitely did not sleep in, but I'm glad you got to, Janet. Okay, we got that. And actually, I was going to put this here, right on the edge. Just see. I think it kind of gets lost here, maybe. Maybe not. I might do that. Trying to decide which way I like it better. I think I'm going to go like that. It's not something I would normally do, so I feel like let's try it. Why not? If you can't pick it up, I take all the glue off on my fingers because I have trouble getting it up off the thing. There, and then this last one, although, do I want to put one more? Wow, I am really struggling today. One more, I was thinking one of these like dates on here. So if you're a Craft Therapy Club member, I shared with you this morning Gannon's first peek at his senior photos. We met with Kavli Photography, Christy Kavli. She's a local art teacher at the high school, and she has a photography business as well. And she took Gannon's photos for his senior photos last night. Oh my gosh, what I've seen so far, I'm loving them. Can't wait to see them all. So anyway, super exciting. I can't believe it's here already. So if you are a Craft Therapy Club member, I shared that this morning in the group. You know what? I had pulled out, I bought new tape runners for this, so I pulled this out. I'm going to use it now because I just refilled them. I'm going to grab something and hope that I don't crash everything to the floor. I want to run right off the edges of this so that it really stays down well. Let's see, I think I'm going to go this way actually. And I did not mean to line it up like that. There we go. I didn't want this right here to be on top of that completely. I wanted to layer them. Okay, I like that so far. I may add, I'm thinking eventually maybe some bling onto this. Something else decorative would be really nice. And I think just a little row of those blingy crystal things, maybe. I think you're like all my formal terms. Hey, Vicki, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. First one done. Let's see. It's got to be a better way, Gracie, to organize your space. All right. There we go. Now, next page. I just love paper collage. I love collaging little pretty items. So a whole book of those, it just is a really nice way for me to relax and create. And so that's what I do in these books sometimes is I'm just playing with my supplies and playing with combinations of things together. And this really small surface makes it much easier to do and less intimidating. I do have a boatload of fabrics. I'm going to put these over here just so I can have them real handy. I like this color with this. So let's see if I can grab just a slice of it. Because it's a small project, I don't need a huge, big old hunkin' piece. But if I do this and layer, if I put this first, put this second, kind of use them to frame this pretty. Then I have some texture and color. And then let's see about maybe even adding, I wish that this was flipped that way in the direction, but it's not. So if I could find something to curve here, that would be pretty. So I'll probably look through my stickers. So I'm going to start gluing this down because I like it the way it is. So let's just get that part glued down. Oops, upside down. I know I like this here. I have to figure out my spacing again on this before I plop it down there. This is going to go here. So that means this has to go right here. And I want the fabric bits to be kind of moving. I don't want it completely flattened out. And then that's going to go there. Like that. And then it would be fun to have something up in that corner. And it doesn't have to be something that hugs the corner. Like it could be wording. It would be nice if these were already all cut apart. But alas, they are not. I kind of like one of the big years. 1890, I don't know. Why 5009? Why not? Let's see what this would look like up there. You know what? I'm going to do something longer. Oh, both of these are just one. Maybe just one. Vicki says lay the flower on its side. Like this. I don't want it to cover too much of this. It's too pretty. So how do you mean, my friend? I want this up here, but I don't want it covering up any of that photo. That's the problem I have with it. That is the challenge. Let's see. I have so many washi stickers. I probably have something translucent that we can use. So let's take a peek in here. See the colorful. No, that's not what I want. Oh, I have lots of stamps. Oh, I have all those mushrooms, remember? Oh, that's kind of cool. Yep, let's do that. I try not to overthink. If I find something and I think, hey, that's cool, then hey, use it. That's my thought on it. Why keep looking and looking and looking? If you found something that you like, I really like the color of this. Geez, I can't see a darn thing. Oh yeah, I like this a lot right here. And I find these washi stickers are plenty sticky. So there we go. And I love that they're somewhat translucent because they don't cover completely what's on top because you can see through it. Yay! Easy, right? Next page. So easy. All right, let's start with, if I continue with using a little bit of coffee stained papers on the page. I keep thinking that I hear somebody here in the house, and there shouldn't be anybody. Oh, this is double-sided. How did that end up? There we go. Maybe Lennon came home because he's not feeling good. No, I like it better over here. I don't love covering up my tabs completely, so I do usually leave them peeking out a little bit. It's a tab binded book, and so that to me is the really fun part about it. Let's see. So I got to figure out before I go too far with this, what do I want to use for my focal point on this one? Let's see what I got here. Got some real pretty, that has purple in it. It's got the purple lilacs in it. So does this have purple in it? The girls' dresses. This is kind of toward that orange, so these would actually work together pretty well. I don't love that this is a triangle, so maybe I would do something like that to obscure that. Looks good to me. The more that you practice this collaging with just all kinds of materials, it doesn't have to just be fabrics and paper. You can use your washi tapes, you can use your stickers, you can use anything that you want. But the more that you do this, the more comfortable you're going to get with it. It just is what it is. And you will get faster. I know a lot of you say, wow, like you just make really fast decisions. That comes with confidence, which comes with time. And it is a really fun practice. It's just a really fun thing to do. So easy to practice doing it. Okay. I want the purple still peeking out, and I want it gone completely. I'm going to put this here, and then I'll put something down here. Pretty, pretty florals for sure. There. And then something here. What? I don't know yet. Somebody sent me this film strip, which I think is so cool. It's like one of those things I don't want to use it because it's so dang cool. I don't want to run out of it. It's like acrylic. Love it. I did that and I layered it with something. I like this number for some reason. These two numbers, really. Yep, I want this number right here. Whoops, it just kind of flew out of my hand. All right, I need something that is going to dry clear that I can tack this down with quickly. So I'm going to use, if I can get it out of the stinking bottle, I'll use my Fabri-Tac. On the top, the flower painting down, but oh, I think I've already read that comment. Yeah, I can see that there are 6 of you here. Mary, Janet, and Vicki are 3 of you. Thanks for checking in and saying hello. Just to put a tiny little bead through the center and most of the glue on the right and left of this little film strip. Oh my gosh. I love that you can see that torn paper through there. And then on top of that, we're going to place this right in here. Oops. I just don't have good dexterity, girls. It's just the way it is. I have to constantly be patient with myself. And now I do feel a little oozing glue here, so I got to make sure I wipe it all off. I do not want to have pages stick together. Like that one's nice and dry. This one feels a little wet still. So what I'll do is let's take a peek. Oh boy, that's challenging. That is very challenging. I might just cover up the majority of that. Coconut cream pie. I might, these are these little, they look like advertisements from magazines or something. Oh my gosh, that looks awful. Fruit cocktail eggnog pie. Ew. I don't want that. I don't want to eat that. All right, this is cute. Oh, and this is very pretty. I like the pink. Of course, I like the pink. I usually do like to keep a bit of that showing just to honor the page that it was. So I probably will do something like this. I'd rather lose the bottom of her dress than I would like to lose the flowers. So I'm going to cut this right about there. So I can put this here. And then maybe a piece of fabric would be appropriate for over here. This is a really scrappy piece. Almost nipped my fingers right there. Geez, I don't even, it's like hard to think I might want to put something else on that page because already it has some good focal points. Let's just peruse and see what we have otherwise. We had these mushrooms. I don't want a mushroom. Something in here would be cool though. Like what if I took, yeah, because it's a different, it's cardstock. It's going to be sitting on top. It kind of matches the right colors. This is definitely going to work for me. So let's get it glued down. Whoops, I keep doing this upside down. There. And then, so it's Friday. Anybody have plans? I'm live again for Facebook subscribers in that exclusive hub today at 4 for happy hour. And that may very well be for my deck. It is awfully cool, but we keep getting this burst of sunshine. So if the sun would stay out for 5 minutes, I think it would warm up a bit. But I would love to do that off my deck, or maybe even I might take a walk through the neighborhood for that. So I'll be live then, and then my husband should be coming home. He's been gone for a few days since my family left, 2 days, and Landon's not been feeling good, so I would suspect that Landon is going to stay home tonight. And Gannon is working now, so he will be home tonight. So it'll be after my happy hour, hang out with the chicks. It'll be kind of family catch-up night. I like this page. I might even still put something over here. That's too long. That one's too similar in color. I like this 1818. And I like this number here. I'm not sure what it says, but 1086/5. I don't know what that is from, a ledger or what. I have no idea. But I like the color and I like the hand script. I don't want to cover my floral. Yep, it's going to have to go that way. Although I'm not sure I like her long and then this long on top of her. I might have to use 2 stacked ones. You guys are awfully quiet today. All right, yep, that's what we're going to do. Two stacked numbers, totally random. One says 70. That's the top one, the little one. And then the 1086/5. I don't know why, what that means, but I like it in there. I like this scrappy fabric kind of hanging out here. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 pages in a half hour, right? How cool is that? I think I would like to tack that down. See how fast they come together? And it's just a really fun book to flip through then. And you can still, if you wanted to make this a little journal book, you can still have journaling space if you just leave the other side blank. You would still have some journaling space, which I think is nice. Vicki, that's me. I would do that for you. I'm the one who can put it up there and take it down. Just so you know. Okay, we'll do one more. Let's just look through here and see. I really like the apple a lot. Like fruits. I really like the apple a lot. With that pink flower. And if I stick with putting just a little bit of this on every page, let's grab this big coffee stain right there. I don't know if I can get that to show. Yes, I can. That is cool. That is super cool. All right, we'll take the coffee stain. And I'm going to put it real close to this upper left, but not covering those tabs completely. This will go here, but I better, before I put that down, I think I would want to find something else to put underneath there. I have this batik fabric that is kind of a cranberry color, like the same color as the outside of that apple. So this might be a good choice. I've been using my blender to mix up a Dutch baby pancake for our lunch today. Ooh, Mary, you are so productive, girlfriend. I don't know what a Dutch baby pancake is. I'm guessing it's going to be yummy. I'm guessing. All right, let's see. I'm going to scooch this over. It's going to give us some texture and color. I would be able to also do something here. Let's look at these botanicals and these mushrooms. Again, with the similar color. That's exactly what I'm going to do right there. Maybe I would put this a little bit higher, like up here. I like the red, red, red. Red in threes. I think that's very pretty. Okay, I don't want to, I really like the positioning of this. So, oh, and I'm going to flip it because it's actually darker on this side. So I'm going to just leave it here while I get the glue down. And then let's get this one down here. I'm very careful not to have, okay, I have 3 layers, 1, 2, 3, and I don't want any of the edges of the layers to line up. I wouldn't layer this like this. It's just me. I would always layer it off a little bit so that we can see where this piece ends. So same thing here. I don't want to line up this right edge, this side. I don't want to line up that edge with my fabric or my book. I want to offset it. So I'm going to put it slightly in or slightly out so that this line of the fabric does not flush with the line of the apple paper, if that makes any sense. It's more visually interesting, and it really shows off the different layers. I'm going to go offset to the right. So now you can see this line is not lined up with that or that. And this line of this paper is not lined up with that. That's really important to me when I'm putting things together. I want this little edge to stick, and it's not. Sometimes I like them loose. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. Anybody else like Almond Joys? I'm going to put this right with this red part of the mushroom right in the center. Again, tricky. These washi tape stickers, these clear stickers are a little tricky to do. I sometimes have better luck with the pointy tool. This tool from the Dollar Tree. I sometimes have better luck with that. I can hardly see it though, that's the problem. I'm just having trouble seeing it on the gray. I want this to land right there. No, right there. So we have that cranberry red up here in the batik. We have red here in the mushroom, and we have red here in the bottom of the apple, which is our 3s. You'll hear a lot of people talk about elements that are in odd numbers. 3s, 5s, 7, things like that. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages done in 37 minutes. We did great. You guys are awfully quiet. Awfully quiet. It is. Yes, Janet, I used washi. Yep, that's what that is. All washi tape for the binding. You got it. All right, ladies, go have a beautiful weekend. I hope you're able to rest where you can, rejuvenate with crafting or gardening or baking or hanging out with your family where you can and when you can, so that you have a nice rejuvenative weekend. Stay healthy, stay happy. Thanks for being here. If you got value from this, please make sure you hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support. Bye, ladies.